In roughly 40 years, one patch of Staffordshire Heath was open moor, an overspill camp for 40,000 soldiers, a 1,000-bed military hospital, a ward for the shell-shocked and the gassed, a colliery village of tight-knit mining families, and then nothing at all. That sequence is not folklore. It is documented in Hansard, in Commonwealth War Graves Commission registers, in colliery accident reports, in council heritage panels standing on the site today. Mass trauma, mass death from the 1918 influenza pandemic, decades of untreatable PTSD, a fatal underground explosion 2 miles away, the forced removal of an unwilling community, and total demolition of everything they built. Brindley Pool appears in print by 1708, and Brindley Heath is identified as a distinct named area on Ordnance Survey mapping by 1834. The land formed part of the Cannock Chase holdings associated with the Paget family, Marquesses of Anglesey, whose seat was Beaudesert on the southeastern edge of the Chase. On the outbreak of war in 1914, land was made available by Lord Lichfield, and 2 vast training camps were laid out on the heath. Rugeley Camp housed an infantry division of some 20,000 men and 5,600 horses. Brockton Camp housed a second. By March 1915, over 1,500 wooden huts had been built. Together, they held up to 40,000 men at a time, and an estimated 500,000 troops passed through over the course of the war. The camps had their own church, post offices, bakery, amenity huts, and a theatre. Cannock Chase Military Hospital, also recorded as Brindley Heath Military Hospital, and as Rugeley Brindley Military Hospital, opened in spring 1916 to serve both camps. 12 wards, each 20 feet by 208 feet, linked by a long central corridor, 1,000 beds, a chapel, officers' quarters and nurses' quarters, its own sewage system with 4 concrete filter beds, one dated 1916 and still legible today, an administrative building fronted by a flagpole. It treated the wounded and sick of both camps and received convalescent soldiers shipped back from France. After the armistice, the hospital passed to the Ministry of Pensions and was repurposed for 2 categories of long-term casualty: men suffering from shell shock and men injured by poison gas. Sources disagree on when it closed. Most give 1924. The Cannock Chase National Landscape Trail material gives 1923, and the Staffordshire Great War Project says it continued to be used until the late 1920s. The site passed to the West Cannock Colliery Company, which owned the land. There are 2 accounts of what happened next, and they are not necessarily in conflict. The formal account is that the company deliberately converted the abandoned wards into bungalow dwellings for its workforce. The informal account, preserved by the Staffordshire Great War Project, is blunter. Local miners moved in and squatted in the buildings, and so the site became known as Brindley Village. The likeliest reading is that squatting came first and the colliery regularised it. The converted stock comprised over 50 bungalows. Sources give 58 families by 1928 and capacity for 75 families, plus a school, a working men's club, a small shop, and St Mary's Church, converted from the hospital chapel. The families worked at West Cannock No. 5 Colliery, known locally as the Tackaroo Pit. Locally, the village was nicknamed Happy Valley. Relocation began around 1951-53 and clearance completed by 1955. Residents were moved into purpose-built council housing on the edge of Hensford, specifically Brindley Crescent, a street name that survives today and preserves the village's memory. The school outlived the village. Sources give its closure as 1957 or 1959. A first-hand memory from a former pupil states they and their sisters attended until 1957, when it shut, describing it as a brilliant school that nobody wanted to leave. And the residents did not want to go. Heritage Project material is explicit. Many of the residents were deeply upset at being moved from life amongst the beautiful surroundings of Cannock Chase and felt a loss of the village's unique community spirit. Descendants describe it as a wonderful place to live and bring up a family. Cannock Chase was designated an Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty in 1958. In the 70 years since clearance, shrubs planted as villagers' garden hedges have run wild and merged into a deciduous woodland, visibly different in species mix from the surrounding conifer plantation and heath. Roughly 9,000 trees were planted in the area during the colliery's working life. The village footprint is still readable in the vegetation even where the concrete has gone. Walk the wood in late autumn or early spring, and you can trace garden boundaries by the survival of non-native shrubs. In 2018, the Brindley Village Legacy Group, funded by the Heritage Lottery Fund and working with the Museum of Cannock Chase, ran the project Brindley Village, a legacy of the Great War. The exhibition ran at the Valley Heritage Centre, Hensford, from August 18th to September 30th, 2018, and set out to capture the essence and spirit of the villagers as they supported each other and developed a close-knit community in the aftermath of war. People still visit and leave wreaths and mementos at the surviving entrance stone of the hospital to remember those who lived and died. The most well-documented anomalous incident located at Brindley Village happened. In February 2021, walkers found a number of baby dolls tied and nailed to trees in woodland near the Brindley Village car park. A Ouija board lay on the ground nearby. The Express and Star and Staffordshire Live both covered it, explicitly noting the dolls' proximity to the former Ministry of Pensions hospital site. The local paranormal team, the Ouija Brothers, located the exact spot, accompanied by local historian Richard Pursehouse, who had already seen the dolls. One investigator, Stay, retrieved a doll and reported hearing a growl around it. Subsequent monitoring reportedly produced nothing further. Staffordshire Police confirmed a local officer removed the dolls. The area was searched, nothing untoward was found, and no offence had been committed. A man contacted the Paranormal Hauntings blog stating the dolls were props left behind by students making a Blair Witch-style ghost hunting film for coursework. The blogger noted honestly that she had never seen the footage, as it could not be shared for student confidentiality reasons. Several reports describe Brindley Village in terms that reference the hospital and camps, the sound of marching soldiers, disembodied voices where troops once trained, soldiers seen running through the woods, and ghosts of both wars at Cannock Chase War Cemetery. The site's most famous entity, a child, often in old-fashioned clothing, with entirely black eyes, no white, no iris. Witnesses report hypnotic sensations, nausea, and that the figure moves in ways humans cannot, apparently transporting from tree to tree. She appears suddenly, asks for help in a child's voice, and leads people toward danger. The origin is usually placed in the late 1970s with a young couple's encounter, with sightings through the 1980s onward. Lee Brickley revived and publicised the phenomenon, and it went global around Halloween 2014. Around 20 reported sightings of a werewolf are associated with the site and other local areas. The first reported sighting was near the German military cemetery, around 1 mile away, in 1975. A visiting paranormal group described a snarling beast rearing onto its hind legs and running into the bushes. Around the same time, a local legend says the boy from Eccleshall is said to have used a Ouija board at the German cemetery, contacted the devil, and traded his soul for the ability to become a werewolf. In 2007, the Stafford Post reported the West Midlands Ghost Club called in after reports of a werewolf-type creature. The club took what it called credible accounts from a local scoutmaster and a postman, who described what they took for a large dog until it rose to its full height of nearly 7 feet. Another local report, a humanoid pig-like figure reported near the area and popularised by Lee Brickley, sometimes framed in terms suggesting a medical experiment gone wrong. That framing may itself derive from the presence of the old hospital in the local imagination, a possible case of Brindley Heath's history leaking into unrelated cryptid folklore. UFO reports and strange lights through the trees are common across the site and surrounding areas. Sightings of big cats, Bigfoot-type figures, and even Slenderman appear in the aggregator literature. The last of these a demonstrably fictional internet creation from 2009, and a useful marker of how readily this landscape absorbs new legends. Forced removal of an unwilling, tight-knit community, followed by the physical destruction of their homes, is precisely the kind of event that generates a legend of return. Whether it generates anything else is what an investigation is for.
Well, we've not long got here at Brindley Village. We've been here maybe 15 minutes, and we've just been sort of scoping out which direction we're going and varying other things, and we've already had our first incident. A torch that we've got was fully charged this morning. It's a brand new battery, brand new torch, and that battery has drained almost instantly whilst visiting one of the memorials just to the right of me over here. So looks like we might be in for a fun night with some evidence. I just thought I'd get this bit recorded before we record the rest later. So on the route to where we're going, we're just passing one of the buildings that used to be here. This was number 32 of Brindley Village, and yeah, there was a family here, and if I can flip the camera, you'll be able to see that this family were quite an extensive family with 11 children. So we'd got Fred and Grace. We've also got children Fred, Les, Ethel, Lil, Dennis, George, and we've got Terry, Colin, Derek, who called himself Biff, Chloe, and then an angel baby. The last time we were here, there was a couple of voices coming through just here, so let's see if we get anything again. That just said angel. So at the moment we've got an app running on Mark's phone. Spirit Wave, is it?
The angel was on a different app that I've got. That was on a different app to Spirit Wave.
Yeah, so Mark's currently running Spirit Wave, but we have had angel on a previous recording elsewhere. Mark, do you want to see if we get any responses from these guys?
You say you're the one that's better. Yeah, more off me.
So, do we have Fred or Grace with us? Well, that was pretty clear. No. So in which case,
it did sound like a kid.
Are you one of their children? Are you Ethel? Was that a yes?
What do you think I just heard that say, Beth?
I thought I heard it say Beth. So one of the common names that we get up here, and quite a few conversations that we have, are with a spirit that's made herself known to us as Beth. We have been able to trace this through and find her as a resident that was here that passed away at the age of 7, and she's told us she is 7. She's told us a few other things.
That sounded like a voice. That sounded like a voice.
So Beth, are you with us?
There's the first of many shushes.
Yep. That's another common trait with us. Around now, so it's currently what, 9:15, 9:30. We'll often get told to shush or shut up. We sort of think that might be reminiscent of the hospital that was here. We'd quite often be told to shush, and if you think of it in terms of a hospital, they wouldn't want people talking in the wards after a certain time when people are trying to go to sleep. So the little girl that said hello to us, are you still with us? I think we can safely say these don't want to talk today.
No, not today, no.
We're talking about Beth and one of the voices that we've heard regularly. We have just had Beth come through as we were just talking between ourselves of which of the many places we were going to. So let's see if we can get her to talk to us.
Beth, can you say hello? That was not Beth.
Yeah, that wasn't Beth.
Are you here, Beth?
Well, there's that 10 again.
Yep. There's a lot of 10s today. So about 10. 40.
So,
there's a lot of numbers just been read on there. So apparently Donna did hear a 5 and a 6.
Well, that said 5. That said 5, 8, and 3. Beth, do you want to do some counting for us?
hey Beth, you like this one. Let's see if we can get you to do it. 1, 2, 3.
I said there, just said something.
Well, there was a voice, but we didn't quite catch it in the moment. We may be able to catch it on review later. As you can probably hear from Spirit Wave, she is quite a chatty ghost.
Beth,
Aren't you, Beth?
Beth, do you like talking to Chris and Connor?
So not just said okay.
Don't worry about him, this is Mark. You haven't met Mark yet, have you?
Hello, Beth. I'm Mark.
I think we may have walked past beyond where Beth is.
Well, she likes to meet us. She's sometimes down there, sometimes here.
So as you can see, we've just set up our night vision camera. We're pointing it into these woods because last time we were here, we caught a few odd photographs. On camera in a minute, you might see a white light. Don't worry about that. That's one of the team members. They're just wandering around there, checking out what's going on. So whilst we were here, we caught a few odd photographs. I stood here, I'll make sure this photograph's included, but I stood just in front of these trees and a couple of the team members took photographs of me, and behind me was obviously my shadow, but within the shadow we also caught something else, and we haven't yet explained what it is. Now, I'm not saying it is definitely paranormal, but it certainly looks like a shadow figure. On top of that, we've also got Connor over here, who's still chatting away on Spirit Wave. Also appears to be holding his phone upside down.
Because the speaker's there, up here.
Ah, fair. He's gone that way. He's gone down there. Oh no.
Is there anyone here?
So we've got Connor recording on Spirit Wave. We've got Mark wandering down over there. Chris went over that way somewhere. And then we've got Donna, who's been taking photographs with the camera. She's our resident photographer, and she does a fantastic job of photography. So Connor has just asked if they can repeat any of our names. So do you know my name? We've been here enough times for you to remember me. Well, tell me what it is then.
I say someone said our name the last few weeks. What's my name?
I'm sure that just said Mark.
I don't know, it's not my name, but it's someone's name.
I mean, you got somebody's name, but this isn't Mark.
It's his phone, but it's not him. Do Do you know my name? Can you remember my name? Is Beth here?
So just over there is another tree that we're looking directly at. We've also caught by that tree a little video of somebody popping their head out from behind the tree. Now, that's what it looked like. Again, not guaranteeing it is paranormal, but it certainly seemed odd, especially as at that point in time we had heard the words tree and look, if I remember rightly, or something very similar to that. That was a couple of weeks ago, so I may have forgotten the exact words.
Beth, is that
And
you?
the guy wandering up towards us, this is Chris, one of our other team. He'll be wandering
Beth,
off down
can
there
you
with a
hear me?
copy of Spirit Wave as well.
Hi, Beth. Someone said hello in there. Who was that?
So I'll just put us both on camera so they can see us. So this is Connor, one of our other team members.
Is there anyone here?
None.
None.
See, how are we getting an answer of none if nobody is here?
Do you like us being here?
I just wanted to check on the camera. I thought it was alerting us to emotion detection, but it's not.
Can someone say hello? Can anyone see us? Someone said yes.
Yeah.
I was a yes.
Now, we're expecting things to change a bit as it gets darker. So I'm going to pause video for a bit. So we think we've started to hear the countdowns that Beth often does, or count ups. So Connor, we've just had a countdown from 5, was it?
It sounded like from 3.
Okay. So we've had 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Beth, is it you that's counting down for us?
Did someone say me?
See, we don't know who you are if you don't tell us your name.
What was your name? Who counted down from 3? Can you count down again, please? From any number you like, count down to 0. Can you see us? With ease.
Okay.
So you can see us with ease.
I think at this point I'm going to get Spirit Box out, see if they want to chat on that. So I've got Spirit Box running, as you can hear in the background. All Spirit Box does is it sweeps through radio stations, but it's too quick for it to lock onto any given radio station. At the moment, I've got it sweeping at 50 milliseconds, so every 50 milliseconds it changes station. The belief is that spirits can talk to us through this by just manipulating the sound source that's there. So, is there anybody with us that wants to talk? Well, there was a response there that I didn't quite catch. Okay, so there's somebody here that wants to chat. Yeah. Okay, do you want to tell us your name? Were you one of the teachers at the school? Were you one of the children that were at the school here? Okay. So you were one of the children at the school. What's your name? We've got flashing there now, again. That's okay. Leave it and we'll review later. So Chris, one of our colleagues, has just said the 4K camera that's just over to the side there was focusing in and out. So on review we'll see what was going on. Was it you making it focus? As you can see, I'm just holding this. I'm not changing any settings, so any voices that come through are genuinely from the SB7. Yeah. Okay. So the last time we caught the shadow figure over in those trees that are now just behind me, we started with the cameras going foggy. So in a little while we're going to start taking some photos in that direction and see what we can get. Is there anybody still here that wants to talk to us on the spirit box? Hi.
Can you say any of our names?
Well, go on then. Right, so just in front of us I've put down a couple of cat balls. You can just about see them on the camera, but when they're touched they will light up. So if there's anything with us, do you want to touch one of those cat balls and make it light up for us? All you need to do is touch it. Yeah, Beth, if you're around, would you mind?
Can you count them? Count how many there are.
Has anybody got anything running?
No, but she can tap and get spirit light on. Was that camera fully charged when it comes on?
Yeah.
Yeah, the battery's red. There's no bars on it.
Really?
Yeah, in the top right.
So something keeps up in the battery.
Also,
I keep getting rid of this.
I was looking and you can't see a thing.
I keep
Okay.
getting red on this all the time as well. Literally there's red everywhere.
I don't feel as uneasy as I did last week.
If anyone's here, can you please count the balls? Yes, right, you got to tap them. If you're with us, can you count how many people are here?
I'm sure it must say the number 10 today. Everyone's thing saying 10.
There ain't that 5 around here, though. There wasn't some.
Well, decided to try again with the cat balls. This time we're doing yes and no. And at the same time, we've got Donna over here just with the dowsing rods. So hopefully we get one of them responding. So, anybody with us that wants to say hello? All you need to do is just touch them and they'll light up just like that. So if you tap that one, it'll mean yes. You just got them crossed.
No, it's touching me.
And if you tap this one, it'll mean no. Okay, that's relevant. Mark's running an app in the background and it's just come up with soldier. We are on the site of a military hospital. No.
Is that the first time that's actually lit up?
Yes. Okay, so you're not a soldier. Is that right?
Did you hear that?
I'm not blah blah, I've gone extremely cold.
I have as well.
Yes.
I heard a grunt.
There's something here now.
Feel the breeze on the leg.
And I'll tell you exactly where it is.
We've just had clergy.
There.
Well, we've had priests.
What, behind? Yeah, there's a grunt.
It's there. I saw some in my load there. It's gone foggy as well, look at it.
These dowsing rods are going absolutely
My load's foggy as well.
wild.
It's getting
Okay. If you're a spirit, uncross them. Show us with the rod. What the fuck was that? Okay, so you're not a soldier. Is that right?
Did you hear that?
Is that right? Is that right?
It's gone foggy as well, look at it.
These dowsing rods are going absolutely. These dowsing.
Show us with the rod. What the fuck was that? Show us with the rod. Show us with the rod.
I just wish there was a visual that it gave you the words.
What is growling?
Where do you want us to end?
So we've been hearing quite a few growls and varying other things. So I've just wandered away from the group and I'm just looking around for any natural explanation. I should have it on sound recording, which we'll be able to overlay into the video. And at the moment, I'm not seeing anything.
exact same mark.
I mean, this is certainly odd. I'm not saying it's paranormal, but definitely interesting, weird. Obviously, they've been trimming back and logging and stuff here, but yeah. Okay, so
I have red lights over there, but I think it's just cars. Yeah, popping nothing else.
we've been trying to work out what's going on with a couple of pictures behind us with the trees. Whilst they're looking at that,
Oh, sorry.
the snowballs have been flashing a few times as well. So you've lit them up a couple of times. Do you want to do it on camera? Let us show evidence of it.
I want to move this whole to here a minute. Just enough for records.
careful.
We're moving the camera just for records.
Yeah, cool. I mean, to be fair, when it's looking at something different, I'd probably guess. So would you like to light up one of these balls? Just let me know you're here. I don't even mind which one you light up. That's not right. It's draining batteries. Really?
And that brings us to the very end of tonight's investigation. And to be completely honest with you, this one turned out to be far more intense than we anticipated. Tonight's session gave us some genuinely compelling moments. Through the ITC runs, we managed to pull some distinct, responsive audio of voices trying to make contact. And let's not forget what we caught on the lower monitors. Those raw, unprompted growls that hit us right in the middle of the dark. This wasn't just a quiet night out, it was deep, it was active, and it left us with a lot of heavy questions to unpack once we start cutting through the raw audio and video logs. But because this site still has so much more to tell us, we're not done here. We are definitely coming back for at least one more round to pick up right where we left off. Until then, stay safe out there. Keep questioning what you hear in the dark, and we'll see you on the next hunt.